That's just insane to me how we can just make people happy like that. Just put a smile on people's faces. I think that's what keeps me going and keeps me motivated to do the stuff that I do. And I just love making music.
It's Kyrie. Yes, if you don't know me, get to know me. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Kyrie crew? And what's up, the Acapella audience out there, the bass gang audience out there, people. I am here with Marwan from Egypt, people, the actual bass gang member himself, here to have an interview, here to know a bit more about the EP, to understand the concept and the backgrounds to what led to the EP itself, people. I reacted to most of it. I haven't reacted to the last one, the Dragonborn. Apologies, I haven't gotten that
Ooh,
far yet. But I've reacted to every single other
thank
one. But I definitely want to see your insight on this, Marwan, and obviously just your thoughts on it. And then a little bit more about yourself. So if you'd like to just introduce yourself to the audience out there.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I'm so glad to have this opportunity. Hi, everyone. I am Marwan. I am 20 years old, almost 21. And I'm from Egypt. I've been doing this whole acapella thing for like 5, almost 6 years. Joined the bass gang at 17 years old. And here we are. I've always had a passion for like music in general. I've been singing from when I was like 5. Um, but then I discovered like a cappella music when I was like a teenager, and I fell in love with that. And I just started doing it. Luckily, like my dad is like an audio producer, like an audio engineer.
Oh, okay.
So he just had all the equipment. I didn't have to go out and buy equipment. I just
Oh,
use his stuff.
lucky.
He has like a home studio. So I just recorded my first arrangement. I just hopped on FL Studio, arranged like a little Arabic song.
Mm.
Um and I just hopped in and recorded. I was 15 years old when I did my first acapella arrangement.
No way.
So yeah, I've been doing it ever since then.
That's amazing. Well, speaking about like your origin, as you just spoken about there, is there anything
Mm.
else that you feel like would be crucial to kind of know? So like when you started off, was it quite difficult doing a cappella? Like what I'm trying to basically get upon is like, did people dislike it? You know, like how nowadays gaming's a big thing. People want to really jump on
Okay.
that trend. They love twitching. But back like in 2010, it wasn't attractable. People kind of laughed at you if you like a gamer, and obviously you played around. Did you have that experience when you were younger, when you started the whole acapella stuff?
I mean, acapella has always been like such a niche. It's like a small community, but like that small community really do love acapella and everything that has to do with it. So when I
Mm,
hopped into that community with like my first video ever, I just had nothing but support. I
mm,
joined like my first actual interaction with other like create not just even creators, but like other fellow acapella enthusiasts was through this Discord server called the Bass Singing Nation. I
okay.
don't know if you've heard about that, but Tomi, he actually he made this Discord server like years ago. And I got to we actually I met the bass gang on that server.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, yeah. I'm going on such a tangent right now from the question you asked, but just the acapella community is just nothing but love, if that's what you're
Yeah,
like
basically,
asking
yeah.
for. I
No,
know.
that's the perfect answer.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it like it was there? So with obviously being like from the UK myself, very strong. Obviously, if you find the acapella community, as you mentioned, positive outlook. Was is
Mm.
Egypt kind of like that where you are at the moment? Like, do you see a lot of responding?
No,
Cool. Okay,
not at all. Acapella doesn't exist in Egypt. Like
okay.
it's not even. No one knows what it is. Some
Ah.
people do, but even the people who do don't understand like kind of the work and the effort that goes behind it. That's
Mm.
why. So like my first two, not my first cover that I released was an Arabic song. I put it out. It didn't do that well. I mean, people liked it. They
Mm.
enjoyed it, but they just didn't understand what I was doing.
Mm.
Like I just had a lot of Marwans on screen. Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. What the hell are you doing? Then I released another song after that. It was a cover of Gangster's Paradise.
Mm. Yeah.
That got a lot more traction. It got a lot more views. Got a lot more positive response, and people actually appreciating the work I put into it. And then I was like, dude, this English audience is way more appreciative and way more like they just appreciate the work I
Mm.
put into this.
Mm.
So I just to make sure I tried doing an Arabic song again. My third cover was an Arabic song. It still kind of flopped compared to the English one.
Mm.
So after that, I just completely just transitioned into doing only English covers and just completely transforming my audience into a foreign audience instead of like an Arabic or Egyptian audience, which was
Yeah.
my main goal at first. Like I wanted to just make music in Arabic for Arabs, like for Egyptians, like
Yeah.
myself. But I just didn't get that much attention. I guess people just didn't vibe with it. I don't know, but definitely, I think that was a smart move, just moving to a foreign audience instead,
Mm.
because acapella is way more popular everywhere else, literally, than in Egypt.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, that's exciting. It's also cool, like when you release something on the internet. As you stated that you want to obviously focus around like possibly Egypt. Like myself, like whenever I put stuff on the internet, I'm assuming it's going to hit the UK, but you don't understand.
Mm,
Internet's for everyone. Your audience is
yeah,
everywhere, and when they gravitate towards you, they're gonna like what you're gonna do, and that's quite a beautiful thing to see. So then it shows that I'm actually people like me in a way, and then you keep
yeah,
on like doing it, and then it puts a smile on your face, and they show that reciprocation,
exactly.
which is nice. Which I'm gonna lead into your EP because the four releases have just come out. I've seen all three except for the last one, a Dragonborn.
Dude, that's my arrangement. You're
Is
missing
it?
out. Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely react to it. It's definitely happening. But I'm
Hell yeah.
loving it. I'm loving it, and I really enjoy it. But I really wanted to just kind of expand on like the concept of the EP. So like, I'm quite new to yourself as well as
Mm,
the Bass Gang, and I got really introduced to you guys just before you hit Volume 3, like just before that officially came out.
mm,
So Volume 3 is more of like Disney theme. This one,
yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, comes across to me like a Game of Thrones, like medieval type of theme.
Something
So
like that. Yeah, yeah.
what kind of like made you guys come together to like make the genre of moving from transitioning from like a Disney sort of concept to this volume 4 kind of medieval type of style?
Well, we usually okay, we have one EP that we release every year. It's called May the Bass Be With You. We started off with volume 1, now we're up to volume 4. And each of them like has its own theme to it. Volume 1 was all four songs were Billie Eilish songs.
Mm,
We did Copycat, we did Therefore I Am, we did My Boy and Bury a Friend.
mm,
Volume 2, we introduced the idea of collaborators for the first time. We hadn't ever worked with anyone. It was just the bass gang. So volume 2, we had one collaborator for each song. For each song, that was kind of the theme of it. And then volume 3 was Disney, and then volume 4 was like Viking, medieval metal stuff, like that. So each EP we have a theme to it, and I think this time around we kind of thought about it, and we said we should try and do what kind of what the people want to hear from us instead
mm.
of what we want to do. So like people want to hear stuff like sea shanties, like My Mother Told Me, Reigns of Castamere, like from bass singers.
Mm.
They they don't like, I don't want to say they don't want to hear Disney or they don't want to hear blah, 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 but they look forward to that type of music from bass singers
Yeah.
like Valhalla Calling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's what we try to do with this EP is just find a theme that people want to hear instead of something that we want to arrange, like
Mm.
Billie Eilish or like Disney or stuff like that. So that was the main reason I think why we chose this Viking medieval epic theme for Volume 4.
Well, it's played off really well. I think is amazing. It makes sense that now you say that because now listening to it, I can see why I like there's songs. Well, when I look at the covers, I'm like, oh, I really like it. I really like how they done this. Like Valhalla Calling, the introduction to it all, I instantly
Mhm.
got attracted. So you got it on point. Like you're attracting that audience, and it's all a learning curve. I take it as like I'm assuming
Yeah,
this experience of what you've created in Volume 4 is from what you guys have experienced over Volume 1, 2, and 3. Would you say that's true or not?
exactly. Yeah, yeah. And that's why I think Volume 4 so far, dude, the numbers are crazy. It is
Mm.
actually our best performing EP yet, and we're also, especially Valhalla is just going
Yeah.
crazy for some
Yeah.
reason. Um, but yeah, even on streaming services as well, like Spotify and stuff, it is doing really well
It's
compared to
because
our previous releases.
visually, you guys have stepped up. I wanted to probably get into this a little bit later, but I'll probably go into it now. Visually, you guys have massively improved. Like the Disney one, the theme of Volume 3, I got told from like your audience, that was when you guys finally met each other. like all four of you financially got to like be in the same room, unless I'm
Well,
totally wrong.
no, actually, yeah. The three of them met. The three of them met. I just stayed here. I couldn't go.
Oh no way!
I,
Oh.
yeah, I. This is really sad. But I was supposed to go, and my visa got denied.
Damn.
So
Oh
yeah,
damn it, man.
like I went into this whole story a few times before, and people already know it. But to just to quickly recap,
Yeah.
I spent months and months preparing for this trip. They all met up in a city called Brno in the Czech Republic, where
Yeah.
Tommy lives. And I spent months just preparing all the proper documents for the visa application, and everything was just totally perfect, totally flawless.
Mm.
I went and I did my application. It went great. There were no signs whatsoever of that I could possibly get rejected or anything like that. And I'm from Alexandria, and the Czech embassy is in Cairo. That's
Okay.
like a freaking 4 hour drive or something. So I went there. I did the application. I came back home. I waited like 2 weeks for the result, and you have to freaking go pick up the result yourself. So I went to Cairo again.
Damn.
And I went to the embassy. He just handed me a big ass letter saying you've been rejected. I just
Wow.
I almost just broke down right there in front of the embassy because oh my god, the amount of effort we put into just not just myself into the
Mm.
documents and everything, but all of us into uh like renting the equipment,
Mm.
the locations, the outfits, the freaking all the preparation for this trip in general, the flights that we booked, the hotel, the blah blah blah, all that stuff. There was so much effort put into it, and all of it was just gone, just like that.
Damn.
I couldn't come. It's gonna be only the three of them. And so and I got the results on what 1st of August,
Yeah.
and the trip was 14th of August. So we had
Oh wow.
two
Oh.
weeks. We had 2 weeks to just put everything aside and just try and come up with a new plan. What the hell we're gonna do? Marwan's not gonna be here, bro. We were gonna rent a whole castle for Arabian Nights.
Oh.
We were gonna film
Oh.
it. We were gonna film it in a castle. That never happened. I filmed in a desert over here in Egypt, and they
Yeah.
filmed at like I don't know, like a monolith. That's not called a monolith. Some sort of like cool looking building that has
Yeah.
like a Middle Eastern vibe. Anyway, we just had to come up with an entirely new plan after the visa got denied, and it
Damn.
was it was horrible. It was really bad.
Damn, I'm so sorry, man. Obviously, that didn't happen. It makes sense now with Arabian Nights, is why it obviously looks the way it does.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate, you know what I mean? Like life can be like that, and it's just bad. I don't know if you're allowed to say. By all means, you don't need to say. But was there a reason why they denied it? Was there like a justifiable reason?
That's the thing. They didn't even specify a reason. So
Oh,
the reason they said was some of your papers are I don't remember how they phrased it, but we can't they said we cannot prove the authenticity or validity of some of the documents that you have. So it was something like that. And I'm
wow.
100% sure it was like all perfect. Even that day I stood in front of the embassy. I demanded that I talk to someone like the counselor or the even his secretary or whatever.
Yeah,
They wouldn't let me in. I just stood in front of the embassy for like hours until they they let me in.
that's
And
bro. Of course.
when I finally talked to the guy, he said, "Apparently, the counselor doesn't think that a virtual singing group is a thing, so he did something like that, something stupid like that."
Wow.
Which I honestly just don't believe, but I don't know. That's how it went. That's the reason they gave me. I think it's bullcrap, but
Yeah. No, of course.
uh, yeah. I think just traveling out of the country, uh, for Egyptians can be kind of difficult, especially for people like myself who are like pretty young and still in college and stuff like that. And after college, we have like mandatory military service.
Oh wow. Okay.
So a lot of like young Egyptian guys try to flee the country and not do that
Fair.
military. So they were like I think they thought that I was trying to do something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Man, I'm so sorry, bro. Well,
Yeah, it's all right.
from a viewer's point of view, it definitely looked
We
amazing.
we
You
made it look
guys,
good. We made it look good.
exactly.
We hired a CGI artist for a friend like me. I don't know if you saw that, but
Yes,
when I
yeah,
was coming out of the lamp,
yeah.
for a guest that looks so cool. For a Gaston, I was in like a picture frame.
Yes, you were.
Uh,
Yeah,
and for I wasn't in Be Prepared. We didn't find a way for me to be in Be Prepared. But for the other three, I think it worked out pretty well.
fair, mate. Well, fingers crossed. Hopefully you get to obviously meet everyone properly. One day.
I hope so.
Hopefully it happens. But unfortunately, yeah, it's just unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah,
However, the upgrade from what I really wanted to expand on was that upgrade of visual
yeah.
representation. As I said, Volume 3 may have been like physical, but this one, to me, which is the one with Eric Holloway, that, like, the whole visual for me, that was an upgrade from what you guys
Let's
did before.
go. That's so
Massive.
good to hear.
So,
So
yeah,
it
expand,
was me
expand.
that yeah, yeah, yeah. So I actually do I just I I I do the video editing for the group right now.
Fair.
It wasn't always that way. We used to like get people to do it for us. We used to get myself sometimes. But for 2024, I edited 7 out of the 8 videos that we released this year. Uh,
Fair.
so Valhalla was me, My Mother Told Me was me, and Dragonborn. The only video
Okay.
that it didn't edit was Reigns of Castamere. So
Okay.
yeah, My Mother Told Me was a whole new experience getting to work with that like psychedelic vibe and all the
Yeah.
colors and the distorted faces and everything. I was literally laughing as I was working at it with the whole like the wavy faces in that one section.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was
So
incredible. I was just like,
I'm
because
so glad you liked it, dude.
you guys do individual stuff, or like you have loads of versions of you, or you have the black
Yeah.
and white version, but to physically take the outline of someone's body and color it, I was like, bro, they're thinking outside the box. I'm like, who does this? Who creates stuff like this?
I'm so glad you like it, dude. Yeah.
It's the best one
It's a
visually for me. Like, sorry, I'm probably interrupting you, but carry on, man.
no, it's cool. I was just gonna say it's like a new idea that I've never done before, and I love just getting to think of new stuff to do with these videos because it's kind of like we all film with green screen, obviously, so it
Yeah.
gives me a lot of freedom to do whatever the hell I want to do with these videos. And most of the time, I just do the same style of video where it's just the four of us just layered like that in front of each other, and every new video I try to do a new idea or do something new. So for My Mother Told Me, it was like that color stuff. For Dragonborn, there's a new idea in there as well that I tried to do. You'll see. I don't want to spoil it for you.
That's fair.
And for Valhalla, we didn't actually film with green screen. It was just like a black background,
Mm.
but I still made it work. I like meshed us into each other in a way that made it work. And then we did like the topless shots where it was
Yeah.
like from the shoulder up. These looked really nice as well. And yeah, we always just try and come up with new ideas for these videos
Mate, it's
because like
carry on, sorry.
we sorry we just because we're obviously not gonna be together for a while. Like I don't know when the hell we're gonna meet, so we always have to try and just like innovate with these ideas because there's not that much you can do when you're like continents apart, literally.
Mm.
Um, So yeah, green screen has been our savior for these past 4 years or so. We've been working for 4 years. God damn.
Alex, mate, you've achieved so much in 4 years.
Oh,
Just to
thank you,
like
man.
clarify that you've done so well, and improvements. I feel like there was a note that Mr. Beast said, a big YouTuber, is like when you drop a video, whether it's good or not good, it doesn't matter whether you think that. The whole point is your next video should be better than the one you've just released. And
Mm,
each video you post and post and post, just think about what you're gonna improve from the
yeah,
previous video that you disliked, and that's gonna make yourself grow. Which
I
is
love that mindset. Yeah.
yeah, which is going to lead perfect to my next question because you mentioned it quite a bit, and you did it in volume 2. Is the guests and the people that you have collaborating with you.
Mm.
So what I find quite unique, as you just said, we've been doing it for 4 years, so it's not very long, and you've established such a community, as you mentioned, a Discord community of different bass singers. Like, how have you guys like built this connection? How have you guys known other people like Eric Holloway, like Big Rev, Ali the Piper, like Jonathan? Like, how have you built those connections? And like, what is it like collabing with them? Like, you're communicating with different people that do similar things to yourself. What's that experience like for you?
Well, how we met them, I think, is just through social media. Like this is kind of funny to say, but we're all just fans of each other at this point. Like you see a video of Eric Holloway doing some crazy low stuff, and you comment on it and give him a follow, and he does the same thing, and we just communicate back and forth through Instagram posts, not even through Instagram DMs. So we know each other. I mean Eric specifically, me and him worked together on something like years ago, just me and him for my channel. He reached out to me and he saw my stuff, and he really liked it, which is just a huge honor. So we met that way. Um, Same thing with Brev. We met Brev through Instagram last year, and then he joined the Discord and everything, and we became friends. Ali's friends with Bobby, and then we collabed with like Jonathan Young and Colin McGuinness,
Mm.
and I think both of those were through Bobby as well. Bobby has mad connections.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Okay.
so yeah, just usually we meet these people on social media like anyone else. We fall in love with their content and we reach out to them.
Mm.
We're the bass gang, blah blah blah. We have an idea for this song. This is who's arranging it. This is the demo. Give it a listen. Well, that's actually not true. We ask them first before we arrange anything. We
Yeah.
don't send them the demo. This is the song. This is who's arranging it. Let us know if you wanna do something like this, and they usually don't say no.
Wow.
That's how we reached out to Tim Faust. That
Yes.
was freaking crazy when we collabed with Tim Faust. We just reached out. We were like, "Hey, we want to do a cover for Valentine's Day. Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Suede. Was it Blue Suede? I don't know. Hooked on a Feeling. We'd love to have you on it." Blah blah blah. He loved the idea, and he knew about the bass gang, and
Mm.
he knew about our work, and yeah, that's usually how it comes about.
What is it like? Like, what's the experience like for you, or like for all four of you? Like as I said, you've been doing it for 4 years, and you've mentioned that. Sorry,
Mm.
like look how far you've come. What does that feel like when you're in that position?
It's the best getting to meet like all these new people and interact with different content creators, whether it's singers or instrumentalists or like all types of content creators we've got to work with. um it's just, I don't know what else to say. It's just really satisfying. I've been loving it, yeah. And every new collaborator is just a different experience. It's crazy.
Mate, that's
I've been loving
amazing.
it so far.
You guys should be massively proud with how
Oh,
far
thank you,
you've
man.
come in 4 years, and like your community is getting stronger. Hence why I'm here with yourself today. They've like shown me you guys and your solo stuff, which is amazing. Now, because we've talked about a lot of positive stuff, what I want to I'm going to talk about a bit of positive and a bit of cons. But even though we talked about a lot of positive stuff with the EP, I want to ask: is there one that's your favorite out of the four? Is there one of the songs you guys have done which is like that's my best one?
Ooh.
And is there one that you dislike? Is there one that you'll be like, I think that's the worst out of the four?
I don't think. Okay, so I think the best one, objectively, 100% is Valhalla Calling, and we all think that as well.
Cool.
It's just absolutely crazy, what Tommy did with that arrangement. Um, but I don't think there is a worst one. Like they're all just bangers in their own right. They're all so different, just so wildly different from each other.
Yeah.
So you like can't even compare them and say like this is better, this is worse. Like, no, they're all just in their own league. If that
Mm.
makes any sense.
Yeah. No.
Like it's
No.
very dubstep, metal, orchestral, and like folk or whatever.
Yeah.
So all four of us just have nothing to do with each other. Um, but I'd still say my favorite is Valhalla, and my favorite video. I'd have to agree with you. Actually, I think it's My Mother Told Me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Incredible.
people have been telling me Dragonborn is better.
Oh.
I'm not
Okay.
like you can tell me when you watch Dragonborn, but I
Yeah.
still think I still think I did a better job on My Mother Told Me. I don't know.
Fair. I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll check it out. I wanted to react to it today, so I'm gonna see if I can react to it a little bit later on. But yeah, I'll check it out and I'll DM you and I'll let you know.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
So you've mentioned just before we started the interview, you're very busy. Actually, take that back. You've said it in the interview how you mentioned about like Egypt's obviously got your education, then obviously you got the military aspect of it. So you're constantly active. You got a very busy schedule. Is there like any difficulty you find when creating the EP, or generally when you're the bass gang and you're creating music as it is? What do you find the most difficult in your schedule?
I think at this point I've managed to make it work. I think just right now, college is just taking up a lot of my time. And then when I'm not in college, I'm over here working on whether it's a solo release or a bass gang arrangement or a bass gang video.
Mm,
I've just kind of made it work that way. These are basically the only two things going on in my life. The whole military thing is like something that all male Egyptian citizens have to do after college.
mm,
Me personally, I thank God I don't have to go through it. They have like a couple reasons of exemption from the military service. One of them is like if you don't have any siblings, any male siblings, you don't have to go.
okay.
And I don't have any male siblings, so I don't get to do
Oh.
military service. Um, but I still, that's the thing. Sorry, this is a whole other tangent, but I want to talk about this as well.
Go ahead.
That's the thing with the visa stuff, because if you don't go and get an official exemption from the military, you're still enlisted.
Oh, okay.
So as of now, I'm still I still need to go get an exemption. So that I think that's like I'm 90% sure that's one of the reasons the whole visa thing got rejected, because I still don't have an official exemption from the military.
Yeah, 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 fair.
That's it. Okay. What was the original question? I'm sorry. I just wanted to touch on that a little
That's
bit.
fine. Just your scheduling. So like you do a lot at the moment. Like you got obviously your school, and then
Yeah.
obviously you guys are trying to keep active with your social stuff as a bass gang, and then you got your solo stuff as well. Is how
Yeah.
do you find time for it? Like how do you what's the scheduling like for you at the moment?
I don't have anything like a fixed schedule, especially, well, college has a fixed schedule obviously, but for the other stuff I just come back from college and try and see what I can do for the rest of the day
Mm.
and go to bed, then go to college and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's just a loop. And I think well, unfortunately, I think my solo channel has kind of taken a hit because of that.
Mm.
And like this year I only released Kiss from a Rose and All Time Low.
Mm.
Just two songs and one, which is not great. I'm not really proud of that, but sometimes I just don't have the time to where I've edited 7 videos for the Bass Gangs this year.
Mm.
Um, which is, I mean, I'm not that mad about it. Just putting my effort somewhere else. The Bass Gang is still, I freaking, I love the Bass Gang. I don't care about my solo channel as much as I do about the Bass Gang,
Yeah,
to be
fair.
quite honest.
Fair.
But yeah, I think it's difficult now managing all three: college, solo channel, and bass gang. But I think when I'm done with college, I'm gonna have more time to work on my own stuff
Mm.
as well as the bass gang channel.
Mm. And, what about like motivation? So, like, we're all human. We're gonna crash out sometimes. Like, there's gonna be tough days at college, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
That you're gonna get back home. Oh, I'm tired. Like, I've now officially left my job. Like, I was doing a full-time job, while
Mm.
running my YouTube channel at the same time. Got to a point when I literally couldn't do it. My mindset was like, I was more
Oh,
focused at work, and when I had to take time off, I couldn't manage the YouTube. So for me, I've just gambled it. You know what? When I tell,
fair enough.
yeah, when I turn 40 years old, I don't want to regret it. I'm just gonna go all out. So for me, I find it tough to stay motivated. And plus, I go gym regularly. Friends had to hit me
Mm,
up. Hey, what's up? I do a
mm,
little bit of acting on the side for like fun, just for like
nice.
enjoying myself. Because I like being on stage. So how do you find yourself motivated? Like, how do you keep that motivation going? How do you strive when days are tough? And you're like, I still got to get content out for the bass gang or your solo
Dude,
stuff.
dude, it's the fans. It's 100% the fans. Seeing like everyone's support, everyone's comments, everyone's interactions on like the Base Gang Discord, saying how much they loved the previous video, how much they blah blah blah. Blah. Just seeing all of the fans' response, seeing the smiles on people's faces when they do
Mm,
reaction videos like yourself or like other reaction YouTube. That's just insane to me. How we can just make people happy like that, just put a smile on people's faces. I think that's what keeps me going and keeps me motivated to do the stuff that I do. And I just love making music. I'm very lucky, very grateful to have a career that I actually love. Like I don't
Mm,
think my passion for music is ever gonna fade out. I think this is it.
mate.
And the response from the fans is just the best thing ever, and it is 100% what keeps me going. And I think the boys would agree as well. Like the rest of the base gang, they love the response and everything, and the fans have just been nothing but supportive and loyal, and they're the best. We have the best community ever.
Hey, hey, love that. Love that response. You're about to hit 100K. You're like, I think like
Dude,
12K away from it.
I still
And then,
cannot believe it. It's like 10K now. It's
yeah,
like 10.3K or something like that. It is crazy. I like ever since I was like 11 years old when I started my first freaking Minecraft gaming channel on YouTube. Every 11-year-old has a
yeah,
Minecraft gaming channel phase. Come on. That was my dream, like the silver play button or like 100K subs. That was
yeah.
my dream ever since I was like 11 or 12. So getting to have that in like a month or so, we're getting 100K for the base gang. It's just gonna be. I'm so excited. It is crazy.
Hey, bro, it's breathtaking, and when it happens, man, congrats to your group. It's 100% happening.
Thank you, bro.
You've blown up so much this year. 2024 has been a strong year for you, and who
Yeah,
knows what 2025 is gonna bring? You don't know, but
we'll
yeah,
see.
you've been smashing it. I do want to go into your actually, if you don't mind, let me just see if I got the right thing about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
take
don't
your
mind
time.
me going into it, it's just about the cultural background for yourself.
Mhm.
So I'll go into that for the next question. So I know you mentioned previously there's no a cappella kind of like concept. People don't really probably like listen to a cappella in Egypt. It's not really
Yeah.
like that. But you mentioned your dad had like equipment and stuff in the past. No, probably still do now. Of you doing what you're doing and obviously starting off when you were younger. How has your family supported you with like doing a cappella? How was like your Egyptian culture? Because I spoke about this with Manav and it was really nice to hear his thoughts. My family from the UK are first generations. I've got a very
Mhm.
positive dad who wants me to achieve everything that I want to achieve. It doesn't matter what it is. And I got a mum who's very traditional, slap down, get a job, forget about this, get stuff done. So I have both ends, very 50-50.
Yeah.
What's your experience like at home, and what's your experience like with Egypt with pursuing a cappella?
So with my family, I come from a very musically inclined family. My dad is a singer, a composer, an arranger, a music producer. He plays the guitar, he plays the piano. He's an all around great musician. My mom sings in a choir. She plays an
Oh
instrument.
wow.
My sister sings. My aunts, my the whole family is just very musically inclined. So when I came to them with the idea that I wanted to go for a career in music, they weren't opposed to it. They didn't say no, but they said just please have a plan B. Just don't go into it like this is what I'm gonna do, and it's a big risk.
Mm,
So just have a plan B, go to a good college, get a good degree, do the music thing on the side, and then if it works out, it works out, and if it doesn't, you still have something to do with your life.
yeah.
Uh, so they were very positive. They positive about that. They completely didn't oppose to it at all. They love that I'm making music, but they just wanted me to have a plan B. So I went to college. I'm like a few months away from getting my degree now, and yeah, they've just been nothing but supportive. And I think um, like that's a good thing to have, like a plan B.
Mm,
Even for me, it wasn't just college. So I'm like uh, from a very young age, I'm really good at video editing and like Photoshop or designing and stuff. So these are always two skills that could just help me do like freelance work or any stuff like that whenever I want. So that was like my plan B
mm,
along with college while I was going through this whole music or acapella thing. Um, and if it didn't work out, I'd hop into video editing as a career or something like that. So yes, for anyone that's trying to go for a career in music or something like that, it is a big risk. You need to put in the effort, put in the work, and always please have a plan B because sometimes it doesn't work out. Um, I think for myself, I mean, even though I did have a plan B, I
Mm.
just didn't give myself the idea of it even failing. I was like, this is gonna succeed. I'm gonna do huge stuff. I'm gonna have the biggest channel ever. I'm gonna blah 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 blah. And slowly but surely, I'm kind of getting there. I just didn't give myself room for failure, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I just had a lot of confidence and motivation growing up while I was trying to do this whole music thing. So yeah, my family, they were not opposed to it at all. They loved it, but they just wanted me to have like a plan B just in case.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that was pretty much it. And as for like the Egyptian culture in general, as I said, I think I just wanted to transition into a foreign audience.
Mm.
That's just better for my content and for the style of music that I love. Like I'm not really that interested in like Middle Eastern type of music.
Yeah.
Um, I listen to like English stuff way more than Arabic stuff.
Mm.
That's just the type of music I want to make, and I think that's the type of audience that I want my audience to be.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
No, amazing.
Pretty much
I'm
it,
really
yeah.
happy you have that family support. As I mentioned for myself, there's 50-50, but I'm glad
Yeah,
like your family have that like 100% like trust in you to be like, yeah, you can definitely do it. But as you said, have that plan B. Do have that reassurance just in case. You never know what can happen. It is one in a million.
mm,
But it is nowadays is more. I think during this generation is more proof that it can possibly happen as long as you put the work in. And from what you're doing at the moment and the bass gang itself, the work is definitely being put in there, and you're definitely
thank you.
achieving it. So fantastic for you guys, man. It's amazing. Um, just wanna finish up. You mentioned about well, quickly mention about. Bear with me. Yeah, just to kind of finish up, actually, what
Oh,
I
okay.
find quite useful. Well, what I find
I'm
quite
having fun,
interesting.
man. I'm having fun. We can keep going if you want.
I'm glad you enjoy yourself, man.
Yeah,
I'm just checking through my questions. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. I just don't want to keep you here for way too long than we need to be.
it's
That's
okay.
all. But yeah, just to have like, I'll ask you two more questions actually. So one
Sounds
question is
good.
about which I this is what I find unique, and you touched on it already again. So like the whole bass gang Discord, not bass gang, sorry, bass singers Discord you mentioned.
Yeah,
What I find so unique is there's bass singers like you guys. There's a community of people going, yeah, we're gonna replicate something, but do it through bass vocals. I would have never thought in my life to come across a group of people or a person going, hey, I want to sing in like lower bass tone and obviously build myself from that. And then you literally realize after a couple months later or a year, oh my god, I'm not the only one doing it. There's other people that are doing it. Like, how is that even a thing? I know that sounds quite weird to ask the question like that, but like,
dude.
how?
I don't know. Like I discovered this community one day. Like, okay, so I discovered acapella first, and instantly I gravitated towards like Tim, Jeff, and Avi when
Yeah.
listening to Pentatonic Tone Free and Voice Play. I was just gravitated towards the bass for some reason. Even before like my voice dropped, like I was trying to sing with with their bass lines and stuff. Um, so I just fell in love with the whole idea of bass singing and stuff like that. And then I used to watch like all of these videos on YouTube where it's like different compilations of bass singers
Mm.
hitting different notes and blah blah blah. And then I started watching acapella YouTubers that were bass singers like Tommy P. He's been in the game for years. He's one of the first to ever do it.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, yeah. And Tommy had this Discord server. It was called the Bass Singing Nation, where he would invite other bass singers and all of his fans even to join in the server and just talk about singing in general, give each other advice, share their music with each other, blah blah blah. Just a whole around, just a whole community for people who like bass singing or rockapella.
Mm.
So one day I just joined that server. I had released like 3 or 4 covers, maybe 5 by then. I posted my stuff on there, and people really loved it. Um, and they had a thing in that Basing Nation Discord called the Ambassador Program, and the Ambassador thing worked like you'd put the Base Singing Nation Discord link in the description of your videos.
Mm.
And in return, you would get your video posted as an announcement on the server. Like, hey, Marwan posted a video. Everyone go watch it. They tag everyone in the server. Go watch Marwan's new video.
Oh,
And
okay.
all I had to do was just put the link in my description. Dude, that server at some point had like 1,500 people in it.
Oh,
It was
wow.
crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's just I just find it so interesting. So I mean, it looks like Tommy's kind of like the one who kind of like probably is one of the founders then that like kind of started the whole thing, got the ball rolling, kind of got everyone else connected to each other. Hence why you
Yeah,
said that's where you met the bass gangs and the different members and you guys created it. Is it like did you
yeah.
guys individually come together through the server and go like, hey, does anyone just want to make a group? Like, is that what
Dude, that
happened?
is exactly what happened. Yeah. So we were all in that ambassador program that I told you about. We were
Yeah.
all ambassadors of the bass singing nation. And the first two of us to collab were actually Peter and Bobby. They did a cover of The Summit by Bobby Kaplan. And that went really well. People really loved it. And just one day, dude, not even one day, January 21st, 2021.
Okay.
We actually celebrated every day in the Bass Gang Discord. It's called Bass Gang Day. It's coming up actually, January 21st.
Hey.
January 21st, Peter just literally tagged Bobby, myself, and Tommy in a message. And it's like, yo, so when are we gonna work on something together? Just jokingly, just putting the idea out there. Hey guys, when are we gonna do something together?
Yeah.
Just the four of us. I was like, I kind of took the idea seriously. I was like, guys, we're doing this. I made a group chat with the four of us, and we
Hey.
hopped in a call a couple of days later, and we started discussing ideas, and the whole Billie Eilish thing came about, and yeah, the rest is history.
That's amazing. I love that. Like how you took the forefront and went, yeah, let's actually do it. Even though you're just saying it, let's
Yeah,
actually do
yeah.
it. That's so cool. That's amazing. Like just speaking yourself, like just from your tone and just from the way you're speaking, you can tell that like you're so thankful for where you've gotten to. You're so active and so passionate about what you're interested in. There's nothing there
Mhm,
that's really stopping you. The history of the bass guy. I would love to go into a bit more of the history, but I feel like loads of people know it because I've known a bit about your history because of your audience. But
mhm.
just who you are as a character, I can just see like promising things going for you, and I can really see like the group of the
Oh,
bass
thank you,
gang
man.
flourishing because you're the next big thing in acapella. Like the big three
I hope so.
are like for my understanding, just my opinion, home free, pentatonics, and voice play.
You
Voctive's
got it.
quite up there, but I feel like you guys are like breaking that barrier, and people are gonna start like noticing you once you hit that 100K. I personally feel like things are gonna change and more doors are gonna open.
I hope so, man. But thank you. I'm glad you've been enjoying our stuff. I've been seeing your reactions, dude. It's really cool.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. And just to finally say, man, what is it? It is now December, end of 2024. As you mentioned, is coming to your annual like celebration of the bass gang. We're about to enter 2025. Is there any final words you want to say, Marwan, to the audience out there, to the bass gang community, to my audience? Is there any final things you want to say? How 2024 has gone, and how you think 2025 might go?
We're just eternally grateful for all of the insane support and all the kind words that we've been getting for not just for volume 4, for everything we've released this year. So thank you all so much for all of the support we've been getting. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Kai, for Kai Reem, for can I call you Kai?
Yeah, yeah, by all means. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, Kai, for having me on. This was really fun. I always love doing these interviews, and yeah, I guess 2025, 20, dude, we have a lot of stuff planned for
Woo!
2025. You are not ready. Stay tuned, everyone. It's gonna be one hell of a year. 2024 was great. Thank you all, and we just really appreciate all of your support. Yeah.
No, that's a perfect final thing to end on, man. I really appreciate it. As always, I say to everyone, I appreciate you getting back to me, allowing this interview to happen. Yeah, I'm more thankful than yourself, personally. But yeah, I really appreciate it. I do feel like 2025 is going to be fantastic for you. Have a great few left rest of the weeks because obviously you've been working really hard. Volume 4 has been fantastic. I'm gonna watch Dragonborn a little later today, and I'll DM you my thoughts
Yes,
on
please.
it. But yeah, you've smashed it this year. Yeah, have the next few weeks
Thank you,
off.
man.
If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. I don't know if you do or don't. But yeah, have a very good
I don't,
Christmas.
but yeah, thank you.
That's fine. I don't as well, but I wasn't 100%. I wasn't 100% sure. But fair. Are you? Sounds stupid. Are you Muslim? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. It sounds stupid. Question. Same. So
No, 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 not at all.
my family's from Somalia, so like we're a Muslim family.
Ah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
fair. um, guys, I am Kyriem. I am here with Marwan from the Bass Gang. People, it's been a pleasure, as I say, massive opportunity. Being thankful as much to him to accept this interview with me. People, go check out all their content. Go check out Marwan's solo page. Go check out Marwan the Bass Gang Volume 4. People, may the bass be with you. Go and check that out. Everything's in the link in the description. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? You're missing out. What are you doing? Check it
Yes.
now. But yeah, I am Kyriem. I am here with Marwan. And yeah, Kyber Crew, peace.
So there y'all.